Hello Leo, this is your extended reading for mid-November. We're going to find out what this person who you have really helped, what it is that their intentions are, where things are going to be going in the near future with the two of you. I am a fellow Leo, so if I'm enjoying this reading, I find it fascinating as well. Alright, so okay, we have the star. Basically just going to do the same kind of like setup again. I'm just going to ask, we're just going to get some clarification here and find out where this is going. I might do a little bit different here. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out my routine here. We'll start with the initial 5. Let's see. So I think actually I'm going to change it up a little bit here, and I'm going to go with Froud's Fairy Oracle. And I'll do 5 of them. And I'm using the book to read from, so I hope that's okay. I find that it's really helpful to use the book because, like, it's quite, there are quite extensive descriptions, and trying to put them into a brief little rundown it's not easy here. We got the topsy-turvies in reverse. Topsy-turvies in the reverse. Alright, what messages do we have for Leo? Extended love reading, please. That's too many cards. Yeah, too many. 1 card, please, for Leo for mid-November, please. Oh. 1, 2. I'm putting these upside down because thank you, Jesus. Yeah, that's upside down. So these two may be upside down, so I'll kind of like get the energy of the reading first before I decide what they're going to be. Or you can decide also. Okay, sorry about that. Yawning in a reading. Probably not a good idea. Yeah, let's hold on that one. Just get some heart energy on there for a minute. Okay. Well, I can't instantly check the clarity out because I don't know what they are. So that is a little bit tricky, but yeah, actually, I'm new to this, so bear with me. I'm going to do another row here. And it's going to be the golden. We'll take the golden. Let's have a minute of her energy. So we're going to do a row with a golden tarot. One wants to jump out. It's the Hierophant. So a commitment here. I'm getting commitment energy, but we're still going to cut the deck and do it again, and who knows, it might pop out again. Alright, so energy for Leo for mid-November, please. 3 cards. Oh yeah, okay. 2, 3. It's the 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that's the 7. Okay. Thank you. Wonder bar. Beautiful. Thank you, God, Jesus, angels, archangels, Mother Mary, all beings of light, ascended masters, all saints, all angels, and yes, here we are. So, perfect. The star is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. The 10 of Swords is clarified by the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups, again, is clarified by the 7 of Cups. The 9 of Wands is clarified by Death. The Hermit is clarified by the 4 of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 3 of Cups. Underneath that, we have the 3 of Wands, 33, and the Page of Pentacles. We've got the King of Cups, the 8 of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Here we have Fairy Godmother, Master Maker, and Spirit Dancer. We have Oh That Gnome, Honesty, the Maiden, and She of the Cruach in reverse. Oh, sorry, we also have the Topsy-Turvies in reverse. Okay. What I'm seeing here is that you have somebody who is definitely ready for commitment. They feel as though you're their equal. It's telling me here and here with the 2 times 2 of Cups. They would like to come in. They're coming in very slow. They really want to make sure that the offer to you is perfect. The 7 of Cups here, you see how it shows 1 cup in the middle? It's hard, really. Really hard to get light on that. Okay. I don't know if that's going to zoom in at all. But there's 1 cup in the middle, centered out, protected, like above all the rest. That means that they've chosen you. It means that among all, there's lots of options, but you're the one that they want. They're transforming right now. They really want to be with you, but it looks like they have some fears and their guard up. It also looks like here that they feel as though it's a struggle to get to you, or love. Possibly not. It's possibly not a struggle to get to you. It's possibly that they feel that love itself is the struggle, right? Because they've had a lot of hurts in the past with love. So, but they're not giving up, because the 9 of Wands is someone who is seriously going to push through till the end here. So they're going to go within. They're going to take some time to get a new perspective here. And seriously, like, go within and figure it out what it is they need. And once they do that, they realize that what they do need is you, their twin flame. You're their soulmate. Fairy godmother. Oh yeah, I never said that, like, it's right here though. The King of Cups is somebody who secretly has huge feelings for you. Alright, if we're going to do the topsy-turvies upside down, or in reverse, which is 51. Change of viewpoint. Reversed. This card is always reversed, even when it's turned sideways in the layout. Only worse, says the Glumling. So we just take it as upright because it doesn't matter, it's saying. So the Turvets suggests that things need to be looked at from another angle, which is what I just said with the Hermit. And even though I said these to be looked at from a different perspective, that's actually the Hangman card. But I still thought, you know, but it still makes sense to me because it is kind of like he is getting a different perspective, right? It's just not typically what we say for the Hermit card, but that is what he's doing. And now it's saying that's what the Topsy-Turvy card is about. So, looking at things from another angle, we need to back off from our emotional entanglement and look anew. Much of the apparent confusion about the issue is caused by a faulty point of view. Get the opinions of honest others and then relook at your own. Defensiveness and denial may be causing much difficulty. Try imagining that you are looking at the situation from the point of view of each other, each of the others involved. This is not an exercise in deciding how the other ought to see things, but in discovering how they really do. Words like "he ought to see that" are not useful at this time. If the Turvet's card turns up and another point of view does not readily suggest itself, it may be useful to draw another card for further information. Okay, so this is saying to get another point of view. We have, oh, that gnome, that's 26. What are we on here? 13? We're fine. Okay, 26. Okay, so this gnome is the trickster. Creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. It's time to leap into the air, letting the earth turn beneath you, and discover where you come down again. Reasonable risks are okay. Even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course. But do so understanding that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees, but then there never really are anyway. No matter how pretty the paper they may seem to be printed on. The scroll work around... No matter how pretty the paper may seem to be printed on the scroll work around the edge. That's kind of a misprint there. In a reading, the presence of the gnome tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Look for the unexpected, find the opportunity in it, and go for it. He says that no matter how confused things may seem, there is a way to make them better, but it is a creative way, one you haven't tried before. He says, think amazing new thoughts. So, reversed. In a way, a trickster is always reversed, and sometimes even perverse. Sometimes the reverse is even reversed into other dimensions. Standing on his head, the gnome could be saying. That gnome could be saying, be careful, there is trickery going on. Or, he who hesitates is lost. Or, play it safe. Or, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. But this isn't necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes fools accomplish things that angels thought impossible. Or complete honesty may not be the best policy, but lying is definitely not the best policy. Or discretion is the best part of valor. But which, you ask, is the real answer? Or, oh, you want that kind of an answer? A neat one in a box? I'm sorry, but that gnome doesn't do these kind of answers. He is just here to shake you up, jolt loose some preconceptions, help you to see yourself and your situation as it really is, and aid you in finding a new and unorthodox response. That's all. So yeah, this doesn't matter. Isn't that funny? Because I was worried about whether these cards were upside down or not, and it doesn't even matter. Both of them. But now we have the honesty card. So both of these cards are about seeing the world in a new way and gaining a new perspective, which is what you have helped this person do. This person is so grateful to you for that. That's what this is all about. Okay, so 40... Pixie. My cat is freaking. Pixie, please stop. I'm trying to do a reading here. 40. Okay. Honesty. Honesty in a reading speaks unsurprisingly of the need for straight dealing and truth in representation. We need to be scrupulously honest here, making certain that there is no room for confusion or misunderstanding. No fuzzy edges. Both written and verbal agreements need to be completely clear. Assumptions may not be as well understood by all parties as we are assuming, and they need to be tested for comprehension. On a personal level, honesty reminds us not only to be clear in what we do and say, but also to act and speak with compassion and tact. Brutal honesty is not usually true honesty at all, but somehow slanted towards the worst. Dishonesty, even in the name of tact, is not helpful either. Balancing on that fine line of loving honesty may take some effort, but will provide rich rewards. Honest humility, idealism, and clarity of mind are some of the advantages of honesty. In the reverse, honesty asks us, are we being truly honest with ourselves? We may think we are, but finding honesty standing on his head in a reading indicates that we may well be deceiving ourselves in some way. The human psychological mechanisms, repression, denial, projection, displacement, etc., may be in play. We need to look carefully at our attitudes and beliefs, especially where our emotions are strongly involved. We may even need objective, clear-sighted assistance from others in looking at this. Self-deceit leads to anxiety, confusion, a complicated life, and behaving with unfairness or injustice towards oneself and others. So I am actually seeing that this is possibly was upside down, and that again, you're the one who showed this person how to be more honest and real, and gave them this new perspective about it. I mean, if you're thinking that it's something else and that this has to do with you, by all means, take that. You can take this for yourself as well, but I am still, for some reason, I'm thinking that it's just further proof, like the person that you helped feels so indebted to you and so grateful to you that they just, you've really, really changed their life. Like you've gotten into like a core spot in them. Okay, so 14, the maiden. From her, oh wait, auspicious beginnings, birth, growth, joy, hope. The maiden signifies new beginnings and growth. You couldn't ask for a more auspicious card than this if you are beginning something new. Spontaneity, growth, joy, exhilaration, and promise for the future are signified here. We must note also that in the early stages of any process there is vulnerability and a need for protection, shelter, and guidance, but there is also a magical impetus toward burgeoning growth. Trust the process, but take care of the details as well. The maiden is also the inner child who needs to be under supervision of a competent inner adult in order for her to feel secure and loved. She is not happy when we spoil her. Consider what is growing in your life. Make a list of your hopes, dreams, and plans. Look for the growth within you, and think about how you can cherish and nurture that. Bless the growth you see around you. That was definitely in the upright, and now we have the She of the Kruak, which is 5 in the reverse. So I'm seeing the 5 here. There's a lot of change happening right now here, and it's the beginning of the relationship, and it's just really beautiful. So okay, so like he of the fiery sword and all of the other singers, she does not have a reverse meaning. Okay, so the she of the Kruak is the receptive principle nurturing fertility. She of the Kruak may indicate a form of pregnancy, a necessary time of nurturing and development. We need to be open to her